Hello, my friends. TeresaLouise here. Welcome to the sewing room and Sunday sewing chat. I'm here. Don't think. I'm very tired, but I'm here. So let's see. I gotta see if I can get this working. You know, it's what I do every time I go live, right? Okay. Still says it's not. Oh, there we. There it is. All right. Bring that up. I see we have some people coming on, so welcome. I'm still trying to bring my chat up. Takes just a minute. So I'll get a little drink of tea. Do we have? Hi, Donna. How are you doing? I know Ian is live right now from QuiltCon, so I know there's a lot of people over there, which is fine. Which is fine. I was watching it, and then I'm like, I should really go live today because I haven't been on for a couple weeks. So, hi, Susan. How are you doing, sweetheart? I have your quilt. Don't faint. Your quilt is on the long arm. Yeah, I actually started it. So I'm still trying to figure out like some of the things I want to do on the custom quilting stuff, but I have started it. So don't faint. Okay. I know you're probably wondering if I had it hanging up in the house somewhere. No, I'm a procrastinator. No, there's been a lot of problems uh, with the long arm and everything else. But anyway, it's there. Hi, Polly. I did mail out your pattern. In fact, I sent you two of them. So you should be getting that, sometime next week. Um, it's hard for me to get out, especially when the snow is really thick and heavy and the roads are really slushy. I can hardly even uh, get back up the driveway because of the roads. But anyway, I did get that mailed out. I wish we had home mail service. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah. Okay, who else we got? Hi, Teresa. Hi, Marley. Oh, don't tell me to take my time, Susan. But yeah, I need to get talk with you either today or tomorrow about a few things on your quilt. So before I go too much further on it, so I would like to talk to you about it sometime. Let's see, what have I been doing? Well, I've been plowing snow, which totally wore me out. I really enjoy plowing snow. I love being outside and everything, but um, with the fibromyalgia and the other things that are going on with me health wise, it's a bit challenging and it just wore me out. So, like the first day after plowing, so I'm out there probably about an hour and I'm on a four wheeler or an ATV that has a snow plow in the front of it. And when I came back in, of course, I don't really get that cold as long as I'm staying fairly active and I have like all this wool snow clothes on. So I stay fairly warm. But anyway, I come back in and I ate a little bit of lunch and then I'm like, I'm just gonna lay down here and rest. And I slept for like 4 hours. 4 hours. So it was like every time I went out and plowed snow, it that was it. There was no other really activity for the rest of the day. I mean, nothing. I barely was able to even make dinner, you know. But Brandon can't do all that stuff anymore all by himself. So I got to do what I can do. And like I said, I do enjoy at least being outside. But then now it's raining. So we had all that snow, which was like close to 3 foot of snow total in February, or so it seems. And it depends on where you stand, too. All right. But now it's raining. The temperature has like been in the 40s and it's all starting to melt and it's, getting really heavy, but it's uh, compacting down and, but now it's slushy too. The road is terrible. The driveway is terrible. So anyway, they have been people out, not me, not Brandon. We haven't been plowing today, but I have seen some people out on our main driveway, kind of trying to get it cleaned up a little bit so it's not so bad. But I mean, really slushy, bad slushy. And so that's kind of what the last couple of weeks. So I think I've been plowing on Sundays too, and that's why I'm just was too tired to do anything. And I know I should drop you all a note, but I'm a bad girl. I'm just a bad girl. That's all there is to it. And and I've been doing a little bit upstairs, not not a whole lot, but a little bit, like an hour or so a day when I'm not plowing. And so I'll show you a little bit about, show you what I've worked on. I haven't got my sew sampler box for February yet, but I have seen that there are videos out there showing what's in the sew sampler box. So if you're interested in that, I think Jamie has the quilting compound. I think she has a video out. So let's see who else we have here. All right. So hi, Sandra. Hi, Courtney. Oh, Polly hasn't been able to get to the post office either because of the snow. So, hello, R.E. Smith. So she hasn't missed the pattern. Hello, hi, Gail. Hello, Wanda. Hi, Amy. Hello, June. Hi, Joyce. Yeah, 3 foot of snow. Like when we got the pretty big snow for like 4 days or so, it was well over 2 feet that we got. But like I said, with this rain, it has really compacted down. But February around here is usually the heaviest snow month, which I'm like, you know, when I know March is coming, I think spring. You know, there should be no snow in March. Of course, it doesn't work like that around here. So sometimes we have gotten snow in May, and I've heard that they've gotten snow in June. Now, I don't think I've been here with it snowing in June, but I have seen it snow in May. All right, let's see who else. Oh, wow, that's quite a bit of snow too, Susan. Hi, Cindy. How are you doing? Wanda is in Kentucky. Um, did you like the box, Susan? I'm I watched the video too. I can't I used to be able to not watch the So Sampler box videos from the people who got it before me. But ever since they changed their mailing, I get my box a lot later than everybody else, and I just can't wait. I'm like one of those kids at Christmas that can't wait to open their present. I have to know what it is. So like Brandon has learned to hide the Christmas presents because if he doesn't, I'm just like, what's in here? I want to open it. It drives me crazy not to know what's inside. Thank you, R.E. Smith. Said, please hit the like button if you haven't. Hi, Melina. How are you doing? So, have you guys been watching Ian's video? He's live right now over at QuiltCon. I don't know. He's still live. Let me look. Oh, yeah. He's still live. There is some beautiful, beautiful quilts over there. So I'm kind of like going back and forth between Ian's channel and my channel. And if you're wondering, let's see, I will put see if I can copy his link. Open, copy link. So go back over to my channel. Well, thank you, Amy. I appreciate you coming and saying hi. Donna is watching on the iPad and she has me on the phone. Let's see if I can paste that. Oh, thank you, Jamie. Okay. There, I think that's Ian's channel. The Off Kilter Crafter Ian. I think it's his channel name is quite the mouthful. So how's Jamie today? Hello, Susan from Central Florida. 75. Oh, nice. I would love that. Oh, Randy joins Rita's Roost when she. Oh, okay. Hi, Jane. How are you doing? Hello, Heather. Putting binding on a quilt. Then that's the great part because then you're just almost done, right? Almost done. I don't know what's been going on lately, but it seems like every time I drink out of one of those cups, it goes down the wrong pipe. Okay, so what I started working on yesterday was cutting these little squares. So you remember I made the red, white, and gray quilt, the red quilt with the 3.5-inch squares. So now I'm doing the teal aqua colors. They're all 3.5 inches. I, I forgot to count to see how many I need. And I don't think I have it written down anywhere. So anyway, I've been working on that. I'm not sure how many are there yet. I'm just going to keep cutting until I run out of teal fabric. So I have a few more over here to cut. Now I could have left these into strips, and then like sewn 2 of the strips together, and then made some cuts. It probably would make this whole process go faster, but I want a big variety. So like what I would do, what you could do is just like throw these all in a paper bag or some sort of container, shake it up, and then just start pulling them out and sewing them together. And that way you just get a really random, scrappy quilt. Takes a little bit longer, but it's a lot more scrappy. But if you wanted to go faster, then I would sew like 3 of your strips together and then make your cuts. 2 or 3. So I have like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 10 more strips to cut. And then I'm going to take one more look around in my fabric stash and see if there are any more teal colored fabrics that will match this. Then also I'm going to go through my batiks because, batiks are cotton too. And, it's okay to mix it up. Batiks and regular fabric, cotton fabrics, you can mix them. So I'm going to go through those one more time. And then that'll be a project that I take it downstairs and use the sewing machine down there and sew it together. It's kind of what I did with that red and white quilt. I'm not adding any just white on white squares. It's all going to be prints. Nothing solid, no solids, just different prints. So like here's some, I still have some left over. So this was like, they were each like a yard and a half. And I cut at least a half a yard, unless it was a fat quarter. And then I just cut up whatever I could get out of it. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, I have to take my shoes off to count. Ooh, 60 over at Heather's. Hey, Carol, how you doing? Hi, Katie. So I'm going to work on cutting those up some more. Let's see what else. Oh, I got the last basket done that I'm going to do. This is block 6. Yeah. Block 6, it's called the Ohio Star Basket Block. It's from the Peaceful Baskets Sew Along with the Sew Sampler box from the Fat Quarter Shop. It measures 17.5 unfinished. And I'm pretty sure that's the last one that I'm going to do, since the blocks are so big and I'm actually getting tired of making those. I know. Hi, Karen. How are you doing? Susan says she needs to start hers. Hello, Quilting Non. How are you doing? Let's see. What else have I been doing? I finished that. Okay. The friendship block is ready to sew up. So we're probably going to work on that today. Okay. The other thing I did was, so this is called Snowdrift. It is the quilt that was in the December Sew Sampler box. And I have all of the prints cut up. And then this is the leftover fabric. So might do more blocks. I'm not sure. Most all of the fabric is from Bonnie and Camille. Some of it is Bonnie and Camille, but the fabric we got in the box was just Camille's fabric. But I had some of the mother and daughter fabric still over in my stash, and I wanted to make this quilt a little bit bigger. So, like, I'm going to do 4 more blocks. So I went and pulled some fat quarters from Bonnie and Camille to add to this. All right. So I still need to cut up all of the background fabrics. So that's all I got so far. So that's one of the new projects. I know. I said I was not going to start any new projects, but I changed my mind because that's just how I go. That's what I do. I change my mind all the time. So that one's going. I am still working on UFOs. So now the other thing I'm going to do is, remember last time we talked, I said I have so many charm packs. So, which I still do. So I think I counted, I have like 56 or so charm packs. So here's a bunch. Okay. So in the box that we got some time ago was fabric called Basic Gray, right? I thought we got 3. The last box, January box. Yeah, we did. So we got 3 charm packs from the January box called Basic Gray. Okay, so this is kind of what they look like. See the different colors? You know, there's pink and blue and orange. All right, so these three would make a, you know, fairly nice size quilt, especially if you added some like other fabric, 5-inch squares or sashing or whatever. But I'm just going to do kind of like my 3.5-inch quilt, my 3.5-inch squares. I'm just going to sew the charm packs together. So I went over to my charm pack and I just picked out the charm packs that were the closest in colors. Okay. And kind of the way the prints are. And then I'm going to mix it all up so it doesn't really, you know, shouldn't really matter, right? So I have 10. I have 10 charm packs. Okay. And so I started doing some math. Started doing math. And I'm going to sew 20 across, 20 squares, 5-inch squares, 20 by 20. So it'll be about 90 by 90, or, you know, thereabouts, 91, 92 total. That's including taking the seam allowances off. All right. So that'll be a nice size quilt. Now my red and white quilt is like turned out to be 96, which I love. That it was just the right size for my bed. Looks really good on there. It drapes. You have extra for if you want to do cover your pillows, you know, on the top and all that. So should be around 91 or so if I did the math right. And then of course I'll add some borders. So this is a project to get rid of some charm packs. Okay. So this is another new project. And when you're just sewing those squares together, you know, it doesn't take that long. It's pretty fast. You know, you don't, no half square triangles or anything like that. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Terry. Hi, Nancy. Yeah, exactly, Heather. No, not math. All right. So, you know, I didn't do too much math there. See, not too much design work there at all. Just the basics. And like I said, the quilt is going to be square, so not too hard to figure out. You just got to remember, you know, when you, like, I just put the squares across, there's 20 of them. And then I count the space in between as a half, right? Because you got a 1/4 of an inch on one piece of fabric and a 1/4 of an inch on the other piece, you know, for your seam. And so that's a 1/2 inch that is going to be subtracted. And so I just count the spaces in between and then subtract that from the total number. So first of all, I go, okay, 5 times 20, right? Because they're 5-inch squares. I have 20 of them, so 5 times 20 minus the 1/2 inches, however many there are. And that's how I get a rough estimate of how big the quilt is going to be, if that makes sense. Hi, Linda. Yeah, I think that quilt will be fun. And you know, you don't have to make it as big as what I'm doing. You could just do 15 by 15, or, you know, if you just want to do a lap size. Now, you could, if you don't have this book, this is one of the books I recommend getting because it gives you all different kinds of measurements and stuff. It's called the All-in-One Quilter's Reference Tool. And it gives you all kinds of different measurements about quilt sizes. And then just all different. There's more than that in here. And then in the back of the book, it gives you patterns for 20 blocks. So, like, it'll give you cutting instructions to do a basket quilt, birds in the air block, or these are different blocks, bow tie, and so forth. So, you know, you learn the names of some of the blocks too, quilt blocks. 9 patch. I was thinking about doing these in like a block of the month, and you would get 20 blocks by the time you get done. So that is on, maybe I might do that list. Yeah, all kinds of different number of squares from specific yardage. Or, I mean, it just has all kinds of things in here. You know, how to do half square triangles. Yeah. Anyway, this is a good book to have. All right. Let's see, what else have I been doing? Gotta get my book out. Like I lost my page. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, so I've been long arming. All right. Done a little bit of long arming. And I guess that's all. What else? Yeah, that's it. I guess that's all. A little bit of cleaning, you know, organizing and stuff. All right, so I'm going to cut up some fabric. I'll start with that. We'll just visit while I cut fabric and then see if I have some time for some sewing. So I have just been putting, layering 2 strips. So it's like 4 pieces of fabric. I don't do much more than that because I don't like to slip with the rotary cutter. If I have a really fresh blade, then sometimes I'll go ahead and do 6 layers. Hi, Charlotte. Hi, Florence. That book is currently $17 on Amazon. Oh, hey. I got mine in the Sew Sampler box. And I'm using my 3.5-inch ruler, which works really well. And if I didn't have this one, then the other one I would use is the Quilter Select ruler, because it's really grippy and that works really well. But the 3.5-inch, I can just set it right on there because that's the size I need, right? Now, these will slip, and I'm just going to show you what I do. I mean, it does have, some little grippies on the back of it, but not nearly as grippy as this one. And if you have a tendency to slip your ruler a lot, then I would use this ruler here. These are a little more expensive, but well worth it because you want your measurements to be correct. And I just really have had good luck with this ruler because it just does not slide around on there. But if you don't have that ruler, then I just line that up. And since I already have it cut 3 inches, 3.5 inches that, here, then I just have to worry about this. It doesn't have to be right on the corner, hang over. You'll get a better cut that way. Let it hang over. And then I'm all lined up here. I'm lined up here on my lines. So I know I'm pretty even. And I always put my finger or two on the outside of this ruler. So this ruler is like butted up to this finger. The edge of the ruler is butted up, okay? So it doesn't slide that way. And then I'm putting quite a bit of pressure on there. And then just cut across. And that's how I keep my ruler from slipping. There you go. Don't like slippage. Hi, Brenda. How's it going? Hello, Alice. Hey, Charlotte. Oh, I think I said hello to you already. No, that's okay. I can say hello twice. So how's everybody today? What are you guys working on? Anybody sewing or cutting fabric or? So I've been mostly trying to do like prep work, just get a few projects prepped up, all the fabric cut, iron and cut. That way, when I feel like sewing, all I have to do is open up, grab one of my project boxes and start sewing the project. As I get bored pretty easy with just one project, especially when you're sewing the same over and over and over again. If I was doing different blocks, then I might not have to get all of the fabric cut up. Now these are going to probably be too small, but I'll check them anyway. Yep, too small. And so I have just going to go ahead and cut them down anyway because I have 3-inch squares in my scrap band. So I'm just going to cut this down to 3-inch. That way I don't have to I'm not taking that much off of it. But I'm going to have to do all 4 sides. that one. Hey, Donna H. How's it going? I think I got that straight. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so I'll put that in. Those will go in my 3-inch. I have 3-inch and 2.5-inch for scraps. Then this I can just put in the bits bin. Too small to sew. All right, I'll do a couple more, and then I'm going to switch over and work on the do some sewing. Yeah, I will sew the friendship block. So we'll go over that again. Is that Lori Hope fabric? I don't know. It could be. I don't have any salvage on it, so I don't know. It's just some fabric that was in my stash. I don't know. Let me look and see if I have a salvage somewhere. Oh, here's a piece. Let's see. I don't think there's any salvage on this either. Nope, no salvage. I'm not sure if this is Lori Holt or not. It kind of looks like it, but then again, kind of not. See if I have any in the salvage. No. No, I think this is fabric that I used on a backing. So that's why I don't have any salvage for it. Hey, Woolly Girl, how you doing? Me too. I like to prep them all up and then I'm ready to go. I don't really care for having to stop and cut fabric and iron fabric in between a project. Unless I'm doing, the block of the month or something like that, then, you pretty much have to do it as you go. But otherwise, I like to have everything prepped and ready. Hi, Giovanna. How are you doing? Really cloudy today. Been raining. Hey, Kathy. Hi, Heather D. How's it going? Hey, y'all, hit that thumbs up. Thanks, Katie. Wonder if Ian still live? No, he's got an earring in his ear, a long one. Looking good, Ian. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and close that because he's not live anymore. Now I'll do the next colors. Now I do know this one is poppy cotton without even reading the. It's got little birds on it. I do like some of Poppy Cotton's designs. Hey, Patty, how's it going? Hey, Marla. Helping take down Christmas and Take. Is that at the QuiltCon? Oh, Giovanna is in bed because it's nearly midnight. Okay, get those all nicely lined up. And we'll use this one on the end. Yeah, I don't know if I want to invest in that kind of ruler or not. But yeah, if I'm going to keep doing these square quilts, I probably should. Because that's kind of my plan this year, is to make just so squares together in different colorways to try and use up some of my fabric. Because I think you use a lot of fabric doing it this way. So maybe that might not be too bad of an idea. Charlotte, I'm just cutting up 3.5-inch squares of all different colors of teal. And then I'm going to just sew them all together. And, like, I guess it'd be like a 9-patch quilt almost, like that red and white one I did. No barking, Willa. I can hear somebody coming up the road. Hi, Mary. Really? Mary says it's spendy, but it's so accurate and fast. Just a minute, guys. Quit it. Hush up, Willa. Okay. I'll have to check into that ruler. The neighbor is out with the tractor moving snow with the front bucket. He's moving snow off of the sides of the road. On the front of his tractor, he's got the bucket, you know, and then on the other end of his tractor, he has a snow blower. It's a great big thing, humongous. So he can just push that snow blower down the road, and boy, I'll have to record him the next time he does it so you guys can see it. It's pretty cool. And Brandon broke something on his plow that he has for the front of his pickup truck yesterday. It doesn't, his plow doesn't work as well as that snowblower, but it does work. He was supposed to go out and work on it today, but I don't think he's feeling too good. So, hi, Helen. How are you doing? You could layer those strips and lay the ruler down. Yeah, I could do that, but I'm having fun doing it the way I'm doing it. Why would I want to go faster? I'm not in a hurry. I'm busy talking. Plus, I'm using my 3.5-inch ruler here, and so I just lining it up like that. Am I driving you crazy? Because I'm doing it the slow way. Oh, thanks, Helen. Likes my shirt. Hey, Brenda. Yeah, I'll have to record it. Put it on a short. Good dog, nice neighbor. Yeah, well, it's their road, Heather. I should say they own the road and we have an easement. And when he's home, he works down in Texas in the oil field. So he's gone like 3 weeks and home for 3 weeks. And so when he's gone, Brandon takes care of all the road, the whole road. And then when Todd's here, the neighbor, then it's his turn to take care of the road. So it works out. But sometimes it doesn't snow anymore when the neighbor's home. So I think Brandon does a lot more plowing than the neighbor, but it doesn't really matter. That's okay, Mary. I was just teasing. Okay, I gotta iron those before I cut them. Okay, I'm on my last 2. And then I'm going to I'm not going to start sewing these together yet. There's two things I got to do before I can start sewing these together. Number one is I got to go look at the other quilt, the red one, and see how many squares I did across. And then that way I can figure out how many of these I need altogether. And then the next thing I need to do is look through my stash one more time and see if there's any other fabrics that will match this, even if there's just back quarters. And cut those up too, if I need more. I'm getting quite a bit here. Getting quite the stack. But if I have leftover squares, I can either save them for a different project or make pillowcases or pillow shams, right? That's what I did with my leftover red ones. So when I get the math done, I'll let you guys know maybe in the next Sunday one how many of these you would need for the size quilt that I'm making, which is a like a 96 by 96 square. I want to iron that too. Now this little piece, let's see. I'm going to have to press that. Oh man, it was almost 3.5. Dang. I'm going to have to cut that one down. Hi Jess, how you doing? All right, so this is what I got so far. Yay. See, that didn't take that long. Yeah, I cut some of those up yesterday. Now, I do have this other color right here. It's kind of like a solid, but it's got little speckles of dark blue in it. If I need more cut up, I might use this. But then I was thinking I might use it in part of the border because it's quite a bit darker than the rest of the fabrics I have. So if I put it inside of the quilt, it would really stand out. All right. Turn my iron on and press those other ones so I can just be done. I'll save these for later to cut. Down my scraps. And I'm drinking Earl Grey. Oh, and I have this back quarter to cut up too, and it's a polka dot. So I'm going to cut this one up also. Oh, I need to press it. Like I need some water in my iron. All right, I'll wait for that to heat up. So, is Jess going live later today? I think she is, isn't she? Like, I see it was 5 o'clock my time, Pacific Standard Time. Thanks, Heather. I actually put lipstick on for you guys today, but that was all. And I wore my hair down. I don't do that very often. Yeah, 5 my time. Okay, thanks, Jeff. See, it's 3 o'clock now. Does anybody know if Tiffany is going live today? I know she's at QuiltCon, but I haven't heard whether she's going to go live. And she usually is live on Tiffany's Quilting Live, 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. That's what my time is. I think it's 5 o'clock Arizona time. Because Arizona is one of those states that does not change their time like we do. All right. I need to clean my sprayer out. Okay. I'm just going to set this one aside for now. And I'll cut these other two up, these last three. And then I'll start sewing on that other project for a little while. Okay, thank you, Katie. So yeah, Tiffany will be live at her normal time today. Sounds like. I'm not sure if she's still at QuiltCon or if she's going to be home. But we'll see. Oh, is that right, Donna? Okay. She said she may have changed her mind because last week she said she wasn't going to be on. So I guess it'll be a surprise. Okay, looks all right. One more to do. And that's done. Hoot hoot. Hi, Karen. Yeah, an hour has gone by for me. I started at 2 o'clock my time, which I think you're 6 hours difference. So it was 8 o'clock for you. Is that right? Is that right? Must be about 9 o'clock for you now. Oh, okay, Brenda said, she said, I'll see you all Sunday, so I think she'll be on. Okay. Hi, Ray Jean. How are you doing? Scott sent out a message saying they would be on. Okay, thank you. Yep, 9 p.m., Katie says, over in Greenland. How dark is it? Does it even get dark this time of the year over there? 11 p.m. in the UK. It's dark still. Oh, oh, right. So that's right. My bad. It's in the summertime that you don't get as dark, not the wintertime. Good tea. All right. So, all right. Let me see if I have my book. I just have so many notes all over the place. All right. Now, if I can even remember, this is for the, look at all those scribbles. The friendship block. Okay. So it's like the potato chip. If you all know what that is, the potato chip block, kind of with a twist, right? What is it? I don't need that. Let's see. All right. Well, I'll show you what the first unit of the block looks like. Okay. All right. So potato chips are 2.5 by 4.5 inch strips. Okay. So this is what they call the chips. And when you sew them a certain way, they all come out square. And they come out, this unit comes out to be 8 inches, 8-inch square. Oh, wow. Katie says somewhere around June 21st, we will be at our height of 22 hours of daylight. 22 hours of daylight. Yeah, I would have to have like blackout curtains so that I could sleep. Okay. Is that now? I haven't pressed this, so I'm wondering if it's a little bit, might be a little bit bigger than 8 inches, like depending on what your seams are. But yeah, pretty much 8 inches, 8 and 1, 8. All right. So what I did was I had a jelly roll, and from each strip of the jelly roll, so leave your strip of your jelly roll in half, because that's what they usually, how they come out, right? They're folded in half. From each strip, you should get 8 cuts of 4.5 by 2.5. Then you're going to have a little bit left over, enough to get 2.5 by, square. So from each strip, you're going to get 8, 4.5 by 2.5, and 2.5 square pieces. All right. Then you're going to need, for this project, if you want to put the star in the middle of each block, because this piece is just a unit, because I'm going to sew it to 3 other pieces, and then that'll be my block, right? If you want the star in it, then you'll have to use other contrasting fabric, and I use this kind of a light pink color, or blush. I think, do I have 4 together? No, don't have 4 made yet. I'll go get one of the blocks so you can see what the star looks like. But basically, okay, imagine the other piece here. So you'll have a star in the middle, a friendship star. Okay. So let me go grab one of those other blocks real quick so you can see what it looks like. So that's what it'll look like. Now, if you cut up all of that jelly roll, and you're going to put the star in there, so you need that yardage, 1 yard, and you will get, if you sew all of the pieces together, you're going to get a quilt that has 4 by 4 blocks. Okay, and that'll pretty much use up all of your fabric. You'll have a little bit of scraps left over, but not much. All right. Oh, I forgot to count how many total pieces for the star. I have to do some more math. All right, so how you put it together, how you put the unit together, this unit, that unit, okay, is you're going to take one piece and then another piece, and you're going to sew these two together. Okay. And sew those two together. Once you get those two together, then the next piece is going to put one here. And one here. Okay. So then after you do that, you're going to sew two pieces together on end to end. Once you do that, then you're going to sew that onto this end. All right. Then same thing on this other side. You're going to have this piece, and then you're going to have your star piece. It's going to go like this. Sew those two together, and then you sew this one over here to this one. Okay, and then that's going to make your 8-inch square unit. Okay, now as long as you put all of these on the same side of your block or your unit, okay, then they'll all, when you spin it around, they'll all match up. Now, you remember from your strips, you cut out 2.5-inch squares, and that's how you did, I used those for the sewing flips. Okay, so this piece of fabric here, my contrasting star fabric, was 4.5 by 2.5. And then this piece was a 2-inch square, and I laid it on, laid it on top, and then you sew from corner to corner, cut that extra off on this side, and flip it. So it's a sewing flip, is what they call that. Like that. So that's that block. Oh, she is. Okay. Tiffany is on right now with Becca. Joyce says your friendship version is my favorite. Oh, well, thank you. Bye, Charlotte. Katie says, I have blackout in our bedroom. The rest of the house has no curtains. Oh. So when I finish getting the math done, I'll put it over on Facebook and maybe in the community tab on here so you guys will know what I've done. Now, anybody have any questions on that? I should just do a separate small little video for this, but I'm going to go ahead and sew these together so I can sew the units together. And then my quilt is almost done. But I'm going to wait just a minute and see if anybody has any questions. Now, the next thing, and I'll show you the quilt. I have 2 rows sewn together already. This will be my 3rd row. And then when I get these blocks done, I'll sew them all together. And then I'm going to put a border around the whole quilt. I'm going to put 2 borders. I'm going to put the same color as my star. It's going to be a little border, 2-inch. And then I'm going to do a fabric border print that matches these colors, kind of tan. right here. So this is my first border, my second border, and then fabric for my binding. So these two are the same. Two-inch, 3-inch, I think. Yeah. 2-inch border, 3-inch border, and then 2.5-inch for the binding. Joyce, I'm not sure what the finished size is going to be until I get it made. This is one of those, you know, make it up as you go. The name of the jelly roll. Ooh, it's a really old one. Yes, I do. Collection for the Cause, Millbrook book, Millbrook series, Howard Marcus. Oh, per block. Well, the units are 8-inch, and the block is 16.5. So this block is 16.5. 16 and 5/8. 16 and 5/8. So I think because my 1/4 inch is a small 1/4 inch, if that makes sense. I think if your 1/4 inch is right on, this block is going to be 16.5. Probably. All right, so that was the name of the jelly roll. Anything else? Helen, she may have fallen asleep, but when it's about midnight there, or close to 1 o'clock. All right, so what is, I'm just looking for something. Okay, so yeah, Tiffany is on. I just brought it up to see with Becca and another lady. Not sure who she is, and they're just visiting. I think they look a little tired. Okay, I'll have to watch that later. Hi, Deb. Hi, Melody. How's it going? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and sew those, and I'll get up. Let's see. I wish I would have got to go to QuiltCon this year. I thought about it. I did think about it. But then with all the medical crap, right? You have to stay close to your doctors. It's rainy, foggy, and cold. I how far? I don't know how far in miles, Terry, but I want to say it's probably about 15 to 17 hours drive. It's because I'm way up in Idaho, you know, past the middle. So it's a long drive through Idaho. There's a lot of Idaho left. Yeah, I would have to take like a motorhome or something like that. Um, and we didn't have a motorhome this year, and that was the main reason why I didn't go. But Brandon's still looking at motorhomes, so we'll see. I want a shorter one. I don't want one that's over 30 feet because I want to be able to drive it if I have to. And I think I would get so nervous and scared to drive that big of a motorhome. Wouldn't be so bad, on just normal roads and stuff, but going through cities with all that traffic, I'm back. So sorry, internet problems, which doesn't surprise me with this weather. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if I don't come back. Don't y'all worry. The internet. So okay, I'll see how many more times it does this. If it keeps doing it, then I'm probably going to go ahead and shut down. Um, it doesn't surprise me that I'm having internet problems because what our power was off for like 4 days here not that long ago. And yeah, all I got to do is fart wrong. The wind blows wrong, and there goes the power or the internet. So, hey, Kim, how's it going? All right. Let me see how I want to set these up. All right, so I'm going to sew these first two chips together, side by side the long way. Yeah, it's still raining outside and it's foggy. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't have a mudslide or a snow slide, avalanche. That time that the power went off for 4 days, they had power lines down, 5 of them. 5 power poles fell over, broke. That was during that big snow. So so that was a couple of weeks ago. Well, then the next big snow we had, I got everything ready. I had all the I'm getting hot, so I'm gonna. Hi, Sandra, still lurking. I had everything ready. I had all of the lanterns filled up. I had hot water made. I had all the extension cords laid out. Um, yeah, I had everything ready for the power to go out. And guess what? It didn't go out, which is great. But I had extension cords laying all over the house for like 3 days. Finally, actually on the 4th day, I finally picked them up. I'm like, okay, I guess the power is going to stay on. I'll put all this stuff up so I can vacuum and everything, you know. So I guess that's what I need to do every winter is just get everything ready for the power to go out. Maybe that'll make it stay on. I think jelly rolls are my least favorite pre-cut, but I do like making this block. So whatever jelly rolls I still have over there, I might just make a bunch of these quilts. I don't like making jelly roll quilts, you know, the just strip after strip after strip. I've made a couple of those, and you know, it was fun to see how fast you could go, but you know, I think the main thing I didn't like about those is uh, the ironing part of it. So I'm probably not going to do any more jelly roll strip quilts unless somebody asks me to do a jelly roll race, then I guess I might. Or the other thing I like to use jelly rolls for is a jelly roll rug. because then your fabric is pretty much pre-cut, right? Hi, Lori. How's it going? Oh, you have? Jamie says she made 3 jelly roll quilts here in the last 3 months. Okay. Those done. So that's how it looks so far. So just remember that your star piece goes on the right hand lower corner of your block. Whoops, I put the wrong pieces together color-wise, but that's okay. All right, so put this one on. I'm just gonna say it doesn't matter. The other thing I like about this block, the potato chip block, is that you really don't have to match up the seams. There's no seams to match up. So that's always nice. Okay, there's that one. And just making sure it's correct. Here's the next one. I did tea cakes with a jelly roll. Tea cakes. I haven't heard of that. And I kind of feel like these potato chip blocks are kind of like mindless sewing, you know. They're so easy to make. I think great one for beginners. Kim, I'm making the my friend chip block with kind of, it's a variation of the potato chip blocks. Okay, now I'm just gonna square this up. The other thing I like about the chip block is you can just save scraps for it, you know, like if you use a lot of jelly rolls or you have a lot of scraps, you can cut into 2.5 by 4.5 inch strips and then just keep saving them, and at the end of the year sew them all together, and who knows how many quilts you'd have, right? If you do so many projects. Okay, all of those units are done, so I can sew them all together. What you do is you just stack them up there, right? And then take one off and you turn it. Take your next one off and turn it, turn it, turn it, 2 turns. And the next one will be 3 turns. Okay, like that. I'm just going to look at this like I have two colors that are next to each other, so I'm going to move that one. Let's see. I had a bunch of blues all bunched up there. I didn't like that. Moved them out a bit. Show it again, please. Okay, that one's not sewn together yet. This one is sewn together. Friendship block. Yeah, I like them too. Very homey, warm colors, and the star really kind of sticks out. Um, Now you could have picked a different color for the star. You know, I thought about doing black. Then it would have been really dark. I mean, the stars really stick out this way. And I'll flip the camera around here in a second and let you see the quilt. And you can see what I mean. All right, so I can sew these together. Dang it. Sorry, you guys. That time the phone rang. I forgot again to put my phone on standby. Once I get this one made, maybe I'll make another one. But once I get this one done, then I will have all of the measurements. And because this is a pattern, you know, that I made up myself, right? So I'm just kind of, you know, guessing as I go along, making up as I go. But like I said, once I get it all sewn together, then I can really do the math and have some better information for you guys. And then maybe I'll make another one. And when I do that one, you know, I'll have the math, right? Gotta gotta have the math. Yeah, I have quite a few jelly rolls, so this would be a great project for those. Get rid of my jelly rolls and my charm packs. Hey Mona, how's it going? Oh, there it went again. What's that say on my screen? Orientation is locked. Rotate device back. Oh, I think it's because the internet keeps going down. Okay, so looks okay on the screen. Yeah. All right, so one set of seams one way, the other set the other way. Now this, of course, you have to line up. But other than putting the units together, there's really nothing you have to line up. So that middle seam really is it for lining things up. Oh, happy birthday, Mona. I see you had a birthday weekend. So earlier today on a different live, somebody asked the host how you store your blocks. So I do a couple of different things. It depends, of course, on how big the block is. If they're small enough, then I keep them in a project box. So like this, there's a project box, and it is, let's see, but it is like 11, 13, a little more than 13. And I'm talking usable space here. Okay. So it would be a little more than 13 by 13. Most of the time, it seems to be that blocks are 12 and a half. So you could use that to store your blocks in. So it keeps them nice and flat after you press them. But what if your block is too big for a project box? Then you could have homemade project boards. Now this is just one of my old paint canvases. So it's just a canvas, okay? And then I wrapped it with batting. As you can see, there's like strings all over it. And then I just tacked it down with tacks. That's all I did. It's, not beautiful by any means. It works. So this one is not square, but it is 14 by 18. So I could put a 14-inch block on here and just stack them up and have them laying flat. The bigger ones I put on those clothes hangers that have the clips on it. Right? These clothes hangers. And then I just hang them up in my closet. So if you have room for that in your closet, this works really well. Because you know, I don't, once I press it, I want it to stay flat. I don't want to roll it back up and put it in a project box, right? Don't want to do that because then you just end up ironing all over again. Yeah, poster board works. The other thing I have is that old cutting mat. So I'll move these. I like to stack my projects up on these too. So this is just an old cutting mat. And I just have a piece of flannel, white flannel, laying on top of it. And this is 17, looks like. Let me see what size it is. 23 by 17. Kind of an odd size. But I could use this to stack up these bigger blocks. It would work fairly well. Like that. But then you have to find a place where you can, you know, where you can have this laying out, right? Not everybody has all that room. And not everybody has a lot of room in their closet either. So it can be quite a challenge. I'm about to have a completely empty closet and to put my bags in there. Wow, Terry. So, what are some of the storage solutions you guys have for your blocks? What do you do? I'm just going to let that rest there for a minute and let it cool. And then I'm going to go grab the other block. Hi, Shelly. Oh, cool, Terry. She says, I have a closet full of donations. As soon as I can take on the task of packing them up and getting them out, it will be empty. Okay, go get that other block. So even when you sew your blocks together, you don't have to, there's really no seams to line up except for the middle one. Which is awesome. It's so nice not to have to worry about your seams matching up. This one. So now I'm putting the rows together. I'm getting hungry. I should have had lunch before I came up here. All right. Now this one. I'm just going to move it around till I find the where I like it the best. I like that there. Again, all I have to worry about is the middle. I can still hear the tractor from the neighbor. Thanks, Lori. She said she loves the colors. Oh, yeah. There you go, Shelley. 4.5 by 20 equals 90. No graphing required. Except for that outer, the last row, outer one is not going to have a 1/2 inch removed from it. So it would actually be 90 and a half. Until you put the borders. So it'd be 90 and a half unfinished. Still easier math doing it that way. Your way, not my way. But I like to do everything the hard way. Making sure everything stays lined up. And my seams are going the way I want them to go. They always flip because of my plate. I usually have a piece of tape right here so that my fabric slides better on that, but that plate always flips my seams, which is so irritating. Okay, I gotta go see which way I ironed those other. Here's the rest of it. I should have taken this other piece over there. Let's see how that's going to look. That way or this way. All right. Here we go. Thank you. Okay, Kathy. So again, you're not going to have very many seams to line up. Yep, I'm getting hungry. Then I'm going to have to take this over to the big ironing table and get it pressed nice and flat before I put my borders on, right? I'm using a little more pins than I normally would just because I want it to go smoother, go faster when I'm sewing. Sometimes it's easier just to pin and line everything up rather than keep stopping as you're sewing to line up. And it could take about the same amount of time if you consider taking out all the pins. But and the other thing is, I notice that when I have this much fabric together like this, you know, things tend to stretch out more because you have more weight to move around here, and so you'd be getting your fabric all stretched out. That's the other reason why I pin. It kind of helps it from doing that. One more. Okay, now it's ready to sew. So after I sew it, then I'll press it, and then I have my 2 borders to put on, and it'll be done. And that'll be another UFO done. Okay, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. It's good to see you too, Pam. Okay, there we go. Now what time? Oh, it's 4:09. 4:09. I've been on for 2 hours. Okay. I'm going to stand up for a minute, you guys. Thanks, Donna. Be right back, you guys. There's a cloud over the town, and you know, it looks like fog, but it looks like a cloud because it just goes up above the town, but then you can still see clear sky above it and the mountains behind it. It looks really cool. You guys want to see it? I'll take the camera over there and show it to you. I use true grips on all my creative grip rulers. They really work well, no slippage. Pam says yes. Sure, says Katie. All right, so I will, yes, says Joyce. I'll flip the camera around. You can see I'll show you the quilt on the long arm, which is Susan Shade tiger quilt. And then I'll take you out the door onto the patio and show you the cool looking fog. All right, so I'm gonna see if I can flip the camera. Okay, I'm going to flip the camera. Okay, there is Susan's tiger. Looks like he's smirking. Okay, then I'll take you over to the patio door. Hopefully you can see it. You see how the cloud is? I don't know if you can see it through here. Oh, yeah, kind of. See, the town is right on the other side of those trees. And then there's a fog, a cloud right here. And then the mountains behind it. And then the sky up above. So that is Elk City. And right there's my yard. Wow. There you go. We're up on the 3rd story. Remember, that's my needle minder project we did a couple of years ago. I keep my fabric back there. Here I've started the quilt. That's the top of it. And over here, when I say my large ironing area, this is where I bring larger things to iron over here. And this is where I do art quilts. All right. Hope you enjoyed that little trip. I'm going to rotate the camera back. Okay. How was that? Joyce, I used to long arm for business, but I kind of backed off on it. I do a little bit of them now and then. But when I had all that problem with the long arm, it became a nightmare. So I only do it now if I know that my long arm is working well. Yeah, that scenery was pretty cool, huh? Yeah, all that snow. Yeah, a lot of snow. But yeah, I used to do a lot of long arming for customers. And I might start doing it again once I become confident that I'm not going to have any more problems with that long arm. I don't think I will do any custom work anymore for other people. It'll just be like edge to edge. Mainly because it's just so much faster, to get them in and get them out. A couple of years ago, I did a Christmas special where I did some of your guys' quilts for you at a discounted price, which I think that went pretty well. You know, you guys were able to get some of your projects done. So if the long arm's still working, I might do that again. Like take some quilts in October. That way you'd have them ready for Christmas. I would like to get the computerized for edge to edge, but I don't know. If that long arm keeps messing up, I might just trade it in. If I trade it in, I'm going to get one that's like a 19-inch or 20. And that's because of the size of the frame I have. I don't want to get a new frame. It'd be kind of fun learning a new technique, you know, because you have to learn the program and how to set your long arm. But that would be kind of nice just to set it all up, and hit the button, and all right. Hi, Linda. Welcome back. Hi, Dave. Hi, Zaza. Okay, Joyce. The other thing is shipping. Have you guys seen how expensive it is to mail stuff? Oh my God. All right. Now I need to iron. So I'm going to move my iron over to the other ironing station so I can put that out, but, you know, have more area. Yeah. This way I need a second iron. Okay. Now I will just flip the camera. Okay, get ready. I'm going to flip the camera. Okay. That way you can all still see. Yeah. I just like to let that rest a minute. Boy, it's really getting foggy out there now. Let it cool off. Just going to check the messages real quick. Oh, thanks, Pam. Oh, now the dog wants to go for a walk. Hi, Nancy. Oh, cool. I'm glad you're getting to spend some time with the grandson. Hi, Valerie. Enjoy your walk, Linda. Okay, let's see what size it is. Gotta get a pencil so I can write it down. Yeah, in my original pattern, I think I did 3 more blocks, so it would be longer than wider. So it's like 49 square, thereabouts. Okay, so the next piece is the small binding or border. So I'm going to have to, so these are like, 42. I'm going to have to sew them together, right? So it's going to be like that. Let's look and see what this looks like. Like that. And then you'll have the 3-inch border. See if I'm going to like it or not. See like that. What do you guys think? Can you see that well enough? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Civil War. Yep, it's Civil War fabrics. Thanks, Jamie. Yeah, I think I like it with the small border, the same color as the stars. Yeah, I think I like it. Pam says definitely. Hi, Harriet. Thank you. You like the borders, Valerie? Good, good, good. I wonder if I should have, I don't know. I was kind of thinking of the dark maroon color for the border, but um, I didn't really have anything that color that would match the prints and the fabrics. And actually, that outer border does have maroon or dark red um, flowers in it. You just can't see it from here. Send it to you right away. So it all goes together though. I like the borders. Okay, so I can go ahead and that would almost make a good quilt of valor if it was a little bit bigger. So just going to sew all these together. I'll flip the camera back around. There, I'm going to flip it. And then I can sew these. Harriet says she loves it. Can't wait to get to work on one for herself. I think I should have done the last 3 stars, but I'll do that on the next one. So we'll have 2 patterns, one with 9 stars, and the other one will be 12. So I just have to pick out a new jelly roll and finish the mat, right? Okay, so let's get these sewn together. What pattern is it, Teresa? Day, this is my pattern called Friendship Quilt. Friendship Quilt. So it's like the potato chip block variation. I added the star, like a friendship star, inside of it. So I'm working on the pattern. What did I do with the look on it? Oh, there. So see, I'm working on the pattern. Thanks, Dave. Hi, Shelley. How's it going? You agree on the quilt of valor? Yeah, so you could use like, you know, red, white, and blue for your chips, right? And then make your stars white or whatever color you want. Something that would really, you know, stand out. Yeah, I think it would be pretty cool quilt of valor. Even this one is like close. I'm not so sure if the guys would want pink, pink stars. Yeah, but you never know. Okay, Joyce. Yeah, I I'm just staying live because I'm sewing, so I figured I might as well just leave the camera on. Okay, there's that one. I will cut the rest of these salvages off. That one. We are having high wind warnings for this evening, but so far, not much action. Well, fingers crossed, Shelley, that we don't get any wind action. Valerie Susan says hello. How are you doing? Yeah, I should have brought a snack up. Because I haven't had anything to eat since breakfast. I did have a good breakfast though. And I'm going to have split peas and ham and cornbread for dinner. I might have it early then. Now, it's already made. I made it a couple of days ago. So this will be the leftovers, which are just as tasty, if not better, because the ham has had time to sit in there for a couple of days, right? That's one of my favorite soups. Love split pea and ham soup. Or, white bean and ham. Ooh, yummy. Oh, a chocolate bar. Yeah, my chocolate bar is downstairs too. I have no snacks up here. I should send Willa down, like put a note, attach it to her collar, and then have her go downstairs to Brandon. That says, Mama needs a snack. That would be cool, huh? Is that one? I'm quilting a frozen quilt for, Frozen, like the movie, 8-year-old. I did a simple diamond pattern and it's half done. I hope to finish tomorrow. Wow, that sounds cool, Valerie. I'd like to see that. Okay, I know I just need to press these. So I'll do the right side, then the left side, top, bottom. Doesn't really matter how you do it. What side you start with, or anything. At least it doesn't matter to me anyway. Now, if the quilt was longer than it is, if it wasn't square and it was longer, then I would do the longest sides first, and then the top and bottom. Oh, yeah, that's true. Valerie said, wouldn't Willa eat the snacks herself? Yeah, but he could put them he could bring them up to me. She just delivers the note, right? And he can bring it up to me. Or he could put the snacks in a baggie. That might keep her from getting into them, but I don't know. She's kind of sneaky. She might try and eat my snack. She always said, that sounds yummy. I haven't made that in a long time. That's funny. I was out on my way out to walk the fog, but I'm back with fresh coffee. I know she meant dog. Oh, wow. The fog is lifting out there. Well, there's still some, but I can see town now. But the fog has kind of moved back behind it, or the cloud. All right. Now, the other thing I do is uh, I'm going to see where the seam ends up on my quilt. So I might like cut 5 or 6 inches off of this because I don't want just a small piece where the seam is and then a small piece on the bottom. I'd rather have it up, the seam up higher, if that makes sense. And it's just a matter of what you like the look of how you want to do it. And I definitely want to like make sure I have enough here to do something with, right? Like I could cut some of this off and put the pieces in my 3-inch stash. Because I'm pretty sure this is a 3-inch border. No, it's 3.5. Better yet, because I have 3.5-inch squares too in my stash. Yeah, how noticeable it would be. Exactly, Heather. Thank you. I knew there was a word I was searching for. Well, it's almost 5 o'clock, and I think it's almost been 3 hours that I've been on. I was going to try and get this quilt done, but I'm really getting tired now. I need to go rest and get a snack, see what Brandon's doing. So it was really good to see all of you. I'm really happy that you popped in to say hi. And I'll try and be back on next Sunday. Hopefully I get this done and get some measurements for you. And try to prep for the next friendship quilt. Well, thanks for being here, Donna. Bye, Heather. Good to see you too, Shelley. Bye, Kathy. Okie dokie. You guys take care. Go out and make something now. Post your projects in the Facebook group, would you? I want to see what you've been doing. All right. Love you guys. Bye.